Kendall and I are here with Rupert Jarron, and he is the Senior Vice President of Oracle Global Customer Success Services. I can say it at least once fast.
Yeah.
And Russell Haupert, who's the CIO and CTO for the city of Tampa. Thank you both for joining us here.
Thank you.
All right, well, Rupert, just to start, for someone who may not know what Customer Success Service, there, I screwed it up the second time.
CSS.
CSS
There you go.
can you explain it for our audience?
Yes, I can. So it is the amalgamation of 5 disparate services groups, global groups within Oracle. They've been around some time, but working sometimes in opposition and not necessarily working for the best way for partners and also for customers. So number 1 is Advanced Customer Services, which is a legacy system. Number 2 is Managed Cloud Services. Number 3 is actually the offshore delivery for Oracle Consulting. Number 4, customer service, basically customer success management, the global function. And then number 5 is essentially Oracle University, that's our training function.
Yeah.
And what we've done, we've pulled that together into one organization now. So it's basically one touch point with the customer, whereas you have 5 touch points in the past.
Now I'm going to give you an impossible task, but can you explain how all of that, succinctly, how all of that helps when a customer is trying to get the most out of their Oracle investment?
We are the advocate for the customer within Oracle. Oracle's a huge company and it's multifaceted and it's quite siloed. Whereas with regard to CSS, we cover everything. So
you're the unsilo.
Yeah, we are. And we're the customer advocate and we're the single point of contact for our customers to enable them to get the most and to get the information they require, provide risk-free mitigation, migration, whatever. But essentially, we're there to stand by our customers to get the most out of the technology.
Fabulous, thank you.
Well, we're going to hear a story about that firsthand. Russell, first, before we dive in, can you just tell us a bit about the city of Tampa and how you run your operation?
Sure. So, City of Tampa is the 3rd largest city in Florida and the best city in Florida.
Okay.
From our standpoint, we're a growing city, and we needed some technology that would help grow with us. And so, in our operation, it's about running a lean operation, running lean for our taxpayers, but putting in the systems that really amplify the efforts of our employees.
Okay, 3rd largest city in Florida, arguably the best. Mm-hmm. Miami, stand down. Mm-hmm. So what is uniquely challenging about running a government like this?
Well, I lean on a little bit of saying what I said before in terms of we're growing fast, and when you're growing as fast as we are, when you're looking out for the taxpayer's best interest, you want to keep your workforce lean. One of the ways we can do that is watching what we hire and making sure we have the right support services and the right technology behind us. And so our strategy and what we've been trying to do is full cloud strategy and everything that gives us in terms of security, in terms of implementation, in terms of performance, and in terms of the kind of folks who can support us when we have a problem.
All right, let's talk about that move to the cloud. You recently moved the City of Tampa's government systems from Oracle e-business suite on-premises solutions to Oracle ERP, HCM, SCM cloud applications. What were some of the things that you were looking to get out of this project?
So a few things. Unfortunately, like many cities with our old product, we'd gotten a little long in the tooth. It was a little long between our upgrades. And we felt that the SaaS upgrade for us would help ensure that we were kept up to date on a regular basis, that we had new features coming in continuously that we could take advantage of. And then lastly, that I wouldn't have to worry about running the underground infrastructure, improving our security. Again, one of the big things for me was I like the idea that Oracle's invested $1 billion or $2 billion in making sure my systems are secure, rather than relying on myself and 2 people I have back at the office to do everything themselves.
Yeah.
So the value proposition for us is that performance, the continuous upgrades, and the security that you really need to have in a government organization.
Yeah, Steve Miranda talked about quarterly updates. I mean, it's just like always coming.
Yep.
Okay, so you kind of already hit on this, but I just want to make sure we've covered it. So when you looked at success in the long term, what did that look like to you, and have you had any surprises?
I've been in the ERP kind of business for a little while.
Okay.
So in the past, really any kind of implementation you could walk away from was a good one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
but in our case, we did our Oracle implementation in less than 12 months, on time and on budget. And for a government organization, on time and on budget is a rare and beautiful thing.
Wow.
So once you're on Oracle Cloud, you partner with customer success services. How are they helping you with day-to-day operations and moving to the cloud?
Well, there were two things that I think were big for us. In the beginning, when we were looking at going live, some of our functional units in purchasing, payroll, finance, they were a little bit worried about what happens when we're going live and we don't have the experience with the system that we had with our old system, 10 years of learning, hey, when this happens, just knock it over here and it'll come back to life, or call Jimmy, he knows how to fix that. And we didn't know, well, who do we call this time? So what we did was reach out and say, who can we get that kind of like platinum level service from? Who do we have that can backstop my folks, my functional area folks, and my technical folks when we have a big problem? So we started with success services, and I think that was really the beginning for us. And now we're using them in a few other different ways that we didn't suspect. Now when we're looking at some of our new features that come in quarterly, we can reach out to someone and say, hey, is this something we can do ourselves? We have someone we can say, what is involved in that? Should we be using this? And we get a good, and I say nonpartisan, kind of review of saying, yes, this is good for you. You can do this yourself, or you might really want a hand with this. So we find that really, really valuable. And then there's some functionality, some tracking, logging, systems escalation of issues when we do have a rare issue with our systems. We want to have somebody who can escalate it as quickly as possible and reach out to the right people. And that's what we found in customer success services. Folks that if we don't know who to call, they know who to call, and that's really valuable for us.
Now, Rupert, your team doesn't just focus on customer success. As you said, partners are critical to the success of our customers. So how do you and the customer success team approach our partner ecosystem?
Right, so this is changing, and it's changing for the positive for the partners. So we've been operating alongside, or indeed sometimes against, partners in the past. That is not the mantra moving forwards. It's all about success for our clients, happy clients, successful clients, and we need to make sure that we integrate with the partner community to A, help them integrate and implement right first time implementations, but secondly, to also work with them to provide ongoing day two activities, and again, that backstop within the whole Oracle ecosystem.
So how can customers and partners take advantage of and connect with your team?
Well, we have an extensive sales force globally. We work very closely with the partners, so the partners now know exactly what we do and advocate our services to our customers. But also we have around about 2,000 essentially account managers globally who basically are integrated with our key accounts and indeed the partner communities in the individual regions. So yeah, we have a large outreach. There's also the cross line of business. So we work very, very closely with the FSGBU, for example, or the other business units, where we provide almost like industry-focused solutions around that technology. So yeah, we're basically everywhere now.
Okay, I was going to say, don't give your phone number out on the air.
Somebody might call you right now. To conclude here, Russell, what would you say to another customer who's considering utilizing Oracle Customer Success Services?
Well, I think the world's changing, especially for governments. It's getting harder and harder to get the people that we need with all of the skills that we need. So we've got some good folks who understand applications and workflow and how to use technical systems, but it's more valuable for us to have someone who can backstop us when we're having a problem. It's more important for us to have a premium level of service that allows us to support our customers when they need support 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And so for me, having a contractual obligation with an organization to provide that level of service is one of the most important things that you can have today.
For sure, and I think that notion of being the customer advocate, being on call, delivering all the things that Russell said, makes that organization.
Well, success is the only option.
There you
That's right.
go.
It's in the name.
Yeah.
It's in the name.
Exactly.
Thank you both for joining us today.
You.